down so you can make your way there. It's good to hear your voice. I'm just trying to make sure that you can see me. Yeah, this works. All right. So I'm just gonna start again like last week, just by sounding the bell 3 times, just to sort of help you land in your space where you are. I think I'm imagining at home. And so, yeah, just each bell is just an invitation to come home to your body, to your mind, to your heart, and just really land here for this hour. So I'm just going to do that now. So as you land in your body, just maybe take a moment to check in what it feels like in your heart, in your mind, in your body in this moment. It's been a challenging week for a lot of us in terms of the US elections. So just maybe take a moment to let everything settle, to have a sense of what it feels like inside. It's been a lot of focus outwardly, and now it's an important opportunity to just feel it from the inside, to let everything settle, to know there can be an inner observer, an inner sense of well-being, a loving awareness that accompanies us through all the challenges of life. And then we'll just maybe take 3 long and deep breaths today, and then really focus on the out breaths, maybe breathing in deep and full through the nose. And then hold your breath here for a moment to really feel the energy building inside of your body. And then a deep, long, and complete exhale through the mouth. And then again, breathing in through the nose, long and deep, all the way up. Maybe holding the breath out for a little bit longer. And then a complete exhale through the mouth. And we'll do that one last time, breathing in long and deep. And hold the breath in just a little bit longer this time, even longer than the second time. And then again, exhaling through the mouth, a complete letting go, letting go, letting go. And then see if you can get a sense of your whole body as you're lying on your mat. Get a sense of the parts of the body that are in contact with the floor. Michael, we're actually lying down since you can't see Rosemary, but we're starting lying down. I'm just not lying down. Yeah, so just get a sense of your whole body, your back body in particular, that is connecting into your yoga mat. Maybe feeling that sense of pressure, of connection. And then inviting your body to relax as best as it can in this moment. And the same with your mind, allowing your mind to be as spacious and relaxed as it's possible, given the week that you might have been having. And just maybe trusting that this hour of yoga is always aware to restore the body and mind and the heart, to allow the breath to bring more life force, more fresh life force into the body, into the mind, to sort of kind of like setting a reset button for everything that might have happened. And you might get a sense of the eyes and facial muscles, and just noticing if there's any tension that has been storing there, and just inviting it to relax, inviting the facial muscles to relax. Maybe getting a sense of the inside of the eyes, and see if you can soften the eyes from the inside. Soften the mouth from the inside, just noticing the teeth, the gums, allowing the tongue to rest relaxed in your mouth. Inviting a sense of relaxation now to travel down into your neck muscles, your shoulder blades, down the arms, into the hands. And as you come into the front of the torso, get a sense of that whole chest area and just notice, is there any tightness, any stuckness, maybe in any darkness in terms of emotions? And again, just inviting that area to relax, to let go whatever might have gotten stuck there, just as best as possible in this moment. Down into the belly, and see if you can just let the belly be soft. A lot of times we hold in the belly, and then that whole area of the front of the torso becomes tight. So just like when you feel the in-breath, feel the belly softening with the in-breath. And when you breathe out, let it soften even more. So the whole belly just rhythmically breathing, becoming big on the in-breath, and then relaxing back on the out-breath. And then as you bring your awareness into the back of your body, let the top of the back relax a bit, down into the mid-back, the lower back, down the hips, the legs, all the way into your feet. And then just feel your breath filling all the spaces in your body as you take these next rounds of breath. Sort of getting that sense that you're breathing your body big, filling all the cells of your body with this life breath. And then as you exhale, relax, let go of any thoughts, let go of any tension in the body. And then we'll begin our movement by just simply hugging the knees into the chest. If you want to, just keep your eyes closed. You don't have to really watch me. We're just going to gently rock from side to side to begin with. Just a gentle lower back massage. Feeling that contact with your mat through the lower back. And then let yourself come back to center. We're just going to bring our hands and place it onto the kneecaps, and then rotating the knees out to the side and all the way around in a big circle in one direction. So on the in-breath, the knees move away from one another, and on the out-breath, they're moving back towards one another. So just a gentle hip opener to start us out. And then a few more times in the other direction, just reversing the direction. Eventually, we're just going to bring the knees back together and hug them a little bit more tightly in towards the chest. And then from here, just let your right leg relax all the way out onto the mat. And we're going to lace our hands in front of the left kneecap. We're going to hold on to this kneecap just with our right hand now and relax the left arm out to the side. You might want to place the palm of the left hand down into the mat so you can stabilize yourself in a moment. So what we're going to do is we're just going to move the left knee over to the right, but not so much, just a little bit, so that we're also then actually bringing the knee in closer towards sort of our right armpit. So we're moving it over to the right, but also up towards the armpit. So we're not going as far down with the left knee as we normally might in a twist. So just holding that stretch for a few breaths here. Getting a sense where it's reaching in the body. Sending our breath there. You can have the left palm facing up if that feels more comfortable to you. And just the face, or the head rather, doesn't turn. It just stays gazing straight up to the ceiling or the eyes closed. And just breathe. One more breath. And then we're slowly going to move that left knee back to center. Let the left hand take over. So we're going to place the left palm on top of the right knee and relaxing the right arm out to the side. And then again, we're going to move that left knee over to the left this time, but just a little bit, so that at the same time we can also move that knee now closer in towards the left armpit. And then just feel that stretch. Breathe into it. So the left knee out to the side and up towards the armpit, all at the same time. And just feel a sense of appreciation to whatever stretch you're feeling and how you can fill it with your breath and with life force. And then slowly we'll move the left knee over towards the center. Let the right hand take over again, holding on to the knee. The left hand and arm down, relaxing to the ground once more. And then this time, if you want, you can take your right palm and place it to the outside of the left knee, and then gently guiding the left knee this time all the way over to the right. So we're coming more into an accustomed twist, lying down. And just gently guiding it over as far as the body wants to twist right now. When you feel like you've reached your maximum expression, you might want to also turn your head over to the left. And then just gently breathing into the lower back, guiding the breath there. Maybe imagining that you're filling the area of the kidneys and back with your in-breath. And then as you're exhaling, gently guiding that knee a little bit more over to the right, very gently, to expand into the twist, to deepen the twist. Maybe checking in for a moment with those eyes and facial muscle again. And can they stay soft as you twist, as you breathe? And then very gently, we're going to come out of this twist. Place the whole back onto the mat again. Hug the knees both in, and we'll just gently rock from side to side. Just allowing the spine to come back to its natural position for a moment. And then when you come to center, you can come back into stillness. We're going to lace the hands around the front of the right knee and now stretch the left leg all the way out comfortably on the mat. And just hug that right knee in a little bit closer for a moment before you then relax your right arm out onto the floor beside you. And we're going to take that left hand now to guide that right knee over to the left, sort of until it reaches that point of the left armpit, and then draw the knee up towards the armpit as best as you can. And just appreciating the stretch and breathing into it. You might want to breathe from the belly into the chest on the in-breath. And then as you breathe out, you might want to guide that right knee a little bit more over to the left while you're also bringing it up towards the left armpit. So each in-breath can be an expansion of the body, and each exhale is when you deepen into this particular stretch. On the out breath, we're going to gently guide that right knee back towards the center. Let the right hand take over to place it in front of the right kneecap, and this time relax your left arm out to the side. You're going to draw that right knee over to the right side till it reaches sort of the point of the right armpit, and then we're going to draw that knee up towards the armpit at the same time that we're moving it out to the side towards the right. And just feel this different kind of stretch now in your right leg. Breathing your 3-part yogic breaths. And just noticing the part of the body that's being challenged in the stretch. And seeing if you can allow the other parts of the body to stay as relaxed as possible. After the next exhale, we'll guide the right knee back in towards the center. Let the left hand take over. Relax your right arm out to the side. And then this time we're coming more into a traditional twist. So we're going to guide the right knee all the way as best as you can over to the left into a twist. You might want to place your left palm to the outside of the right knee so you can guide that leg over to the left a little bit better. And then just allow gravity to take it down as best as possible without forcing. Turning the head over to the right. And then just filling the stretch with breath. Feeling the shoulder blades touching down into the mat below you. Feeling the spine twisting. One more deep in breath. And then on the exhale, gently guide your legs back to the center. Hug your knees both into the chest and just gently rock from side to side again. And then as you come back to center, just hug the knees in a little bit more towards the chest for a moment. And then just let go of the hands, place them either side of your body. We're just going to reach the soles of the feet up, the legs up. And then we're also going to reach our hands up. So the palms of the hands are facing up towards the ceiling. There can be a slight bend in the elbow still so that the shoulder blades can stay connected to the mat beneath you. And so then on an in-breath, we're going to hug the knees into the chest again. And as you exhale, stretch the legs and stretch the arms up. So you're feeling a nice tension in your wrists as you're having the palms facing up and the soles of the feet stretching up. Inhaling, hug everything back in. And then exhaling, reach up with the hands, the arms, the legs. We're just going to flow like that a few times. It's a nice stretch through the wrists, to the ankles. Just do that a couple more times. And then this time, as the legs stretch up, we're just going to hold them. Now, you don't have to stretch them incredibly much. You can have a little softness in the knees. We're going to have the palms of the hands still facing up and the arms stretching up. Just hold your legs like that and then spread your fingers really wide. And then from here, sort of curl the fingers a little bit so there's bend in the joints of the fingers, and then make a fist. And then we're going to stretch them open again, curl them in, and then make a fist. So stretching the hands open, curling them, and then making a fist. And we're going to do this a few more times, really working the muscles in the fingers and in the hands. You can do it quite vigorously, maybe a little bit faster. You might feel the knuckles cracking. It's probably a good thing. We're working the knuckles and the hands and the fingers. So just a couple more times. And then just hug the knees into the chest again, rocking from side to side. As you come back to center, we're going to place the sole of the right foot down into the mat. You're still going to have that right knee bend. And then we're going to take the left hand and place it to the inside of the left sole of the foot. And then stretch that foot up as far as you can out into a V on the left side. You're still going to keep a bend in the left knee, a bend in the left elbow. And if you want to, stretch that right leg all the way out again onto the mat so that you're deepening into this inner hip opener, inner leg opener, maybe bringing the right arm out to the side and down onto the floor again. The head is not turning, it's just facing the extension of the spine straight up. Gazing straight up to the ceiling or having your eyes closed. Take a few powerful breaths here. Probably feeling a pretty good stretch in the left side of your body. Couple more breaths. And guide your left leg back to the center. Lace your hands around the back of the left thigh. And then really press the sole of your left foot up towards the ceiling. So keeping the leg up, keeping the shoulder blades relaxed. Just take a few deep breaths here. And we're coming into a much deeper twist yet on this side. So we're going to take our right palm, place it to the outside of your left upper leg. You can relax your left arm out to the side and down. And then we're going to guide that whole straight leg over to the right this time. So just moving it as best as you can. We're not going to move it that far because we're going to also reach that left leg up towards the right armpit again. So we're really getting a good stretch on the outside of the left thigh in particular, hopefully. So the left leg over to the right and at the same time up towards the armpit. If you want to, you can turn your head over to the left. Couple more breath, really feeling and filling the stretch with your life breath. And then slowly come back to center. Hug your left knee in towards the chest. Bend your right foot again, your right knee, place the sole of the foot down. And then we're going to place the left ankle right on top of the right thigh. Take your left hand to press into your left upper leg so that the knee can stretch out a little bit more to the side. We're going to bring our right arm and stretch it all the way up overhead. So we're getting a hip stretch, a nice lung opener at the same time. And just really feeling the chest expanding as you're breathing in from the belly to the chest. Maybe even imagining the breath traveling all the way into your right fingertips. And then as you exhale, just relax the body as you stay in the stretch. And slowly lift your right leg off the ground. Lace your hands around behind your right thigh and gently draw that leg in towards the body. So we're coming into a supine pigeon pose in this particular concoction of the body. And just let your eyes and facial muscles remain soft and relaxed. Just breathing here. And gently come out of the twist, hug the knees back into the chest, rocking from side to side. Just connecting again with your lower back as it's being massaged through your movement. Ultimately, let yourself come back to center. We're just going to gently bring the left foot down onto the mat, keeping a nice bend in the knee. And then take your right hand and place it to the inside of your right foot, the sole of the foot, and then gently guide that foot up towards the ceiling, out into a V over on the right side. Press your right foot into your right hand, and at the same time, the hand guides the foot down, presses into the foot as best as possible. So you're keeping a bend in your right knee and even slightly in your elbow. And then, if you did this on the other side, relax your left leg all the way out on your mat, or as best as possible. Just relax your left arm out to the side onto the ground. And then just keep pressing your right hand into the right sole of the foot and the sole of the foot up into the hand. So there's this tension between the hand and the foot. Breathing into the stretch. And you might feel quite a bit of tension building in your right arm as well. And still, the breath is an opportunity to keep the whole body as relaxed as possible, even if it feels challenging in the body. One more breath here. And then gently guide your right leg back to the center. Take both hands and lace them in back of your right thigh. Stretch the sole of the right foot all the way up towards the ceiling as best as possible. And maybe take a moment here to reach your left heel forward away from the body as you're having your left leg stretched out on the mat as best as possible. So with each in-breath, you might imagine stretching that right sole of the foot up a little bit higher. And as you exhale, relax your shoulder blades down and back. And then just let go of any efforting and enjoy the stretch for a couple more breaths. We're just going to hold on to that right leg with our left hand now. Relax the right arm down onto the mat onto the ground beside us. Take your right hand and guide it to the outside of the right leg, and then gently guide that whole leg over towards the left, just about halfway as you would going into a full twist. Because at the same time, we're also going to reach that right leg up towards the left armpit. So we're stretching it over to the left a little bit and at the same time up towards the torso, towards the armpit. And then wherever you feel this stretch, just send your breath there. Couple more. On an in-breath, guide your right leg back to the center, bend into your right knee, bring the sole of your left foot back onto the mat so that there's a bend in your left knee. And then we're going to place the right ankle right on top of the left upper leg. We're going to take our right hand and just press into the front of our right thigh, stretching the knee forward away from the body. And then stretching the left arm overhead, placing the back of the hand onto the ground. And then you might imagine with your in-breath breathing from the belly into the chest and then all the way up into your left fingertips. And then as you exhale, just relax the body. And then just let that stretch work for you, especially opening the lungs in the side opener. Feel the lungs expanding with each in-breath. Feel the belly expanding. We'll reach our left foot off the ground. Bring that left knee in towards the body so that you can place your hands behind your left thigh and gently guide it in towards the body. And just breathing into your right buttock, your right hip, your right leg, wherever you most feel the stretch. Let your shoulders stay relaxed and back as you do so. One more in breath. And then as you exhale, relax your right leg, uncross the legs, hug your knees into the chest, and gently rock from side to side. We're going to hug our left knee in one more time and release the right leg all the way out again on the mat, stretching it all the way out. So we have a longer lying down sequence today, as you have undoubtedly noticed. We're going to just relax both hands down. You might have the hands, the palms facing down or up. You'll see what works best in 1 minute. We're going to stretch the left sole of the foot up towards the ceiling so that there's just a little bit of a bend in the left knee now. And then we're going to begin to flex, or rather move the foot forward and backward as you slowly feel that left leg descending. One bit at a time, one movement at a time. So just very slowly feeling the left leg down as you move your foot. When the left ankle touches down into the mat or the ground, you'll begin the movement upwards again. Bringing your leg slowly up as you flex and point your toes. When you come all the way up again, we're going to go down one more time, flexing and pointing the toes on your left foot. And then when you come all the way down onto the ground, we'll move the leg back up. We're going to go down one more last time. And then come up one last time. And just hug the left knee into your chest again, really drawing that left knee all the way in towards the chest, giving it a nice little stretch. And then hug your right knee in at the same time as well. We're going to just hug the right knee in and stretch the left leg all the way out this time. Bring your arms out to the sides, onto the floor. Unbend your right knee so that the sole of your right foot, and especially the heel, can stretch up to the ceiling. And then begin pointing and flexing your right toe this time as you slowly feel that right leg descending down towards the mat. When you're down, you can slowly begin the movement upwards again. So just go at your own pace. We're going to do it 3 times, coming up and down while you're flexing and pointing the toes. So whenever you're done with your third round, just go at your own pace. Eventually, we're going to just hug that right knee back in, but finish your round. I can at least see Michael, so I know that when he's finished. And hopefully, Rosemary and I will sort of finish at the same time. And I'm just going to hug your right knee in towards the chest again, really drawing it in towards the chest this time. And then we're going to bring that left knee in. We're not going to rock from side to side, but rather draw both knees in towards the chest as best as possible. And then slowly let yourself come over to the left into a fetal position, maybe making a pillow with your left palm and just resting the side body on the ground, resting the right hand in front of you on the ground. And just getting a sense of the whole body and what it feels like after these floor practices. Breathing into your lower back, feeling a sense of ease and relaxation, hopefully, in your whole nervous system. Then press yourself into your right hand. Maybe extend the right leg all the way back, and then bring yourself slowly up. We're going to come onto our hands and knees from here. Take your time to get there. Make sure that your knees are underneath your hips and then the hands underneath the shoulders. We actually, from this position, are going to just move our hands forward a few hand lengths. So just making a move forward so that there's no more bend at the elbow. And then from here, really begin to draw your hips backwards. Keep your hands where they are. You can relax your chin, either relax your chin down towards the chest and sort of feel that crown of the head hovering over the mat. Or if you're more stretchable, you can even keep your chin forward. And as you relax your shoulders, see if you can bring your chin all the way down towards the mat. If that creates tension in your neck, you probably don't want to do it and just rest your chin towards the heart center and maybe even relax the crown of the head or the forehead down into the mat. So whatever serves your practice this afternoon, just do that. Just breathing here into this deep shoulder stretch. Keep the position of your body and just take your left fingertips and arm and draw them over to the right, underneath your right armpit. Extend the left arm all the way over to the right. Come down onto your left ear. And then bring your right hand in towards the right shoulder. Maybe come onto fingertips so that you can really rotate yourself over to the right. Bring the emphasis more onto the back of your left head. And then if you want to, you can even stretch out your right leg behind you and come onto right tippy toes. If you want to go even further, you can lift your right arm off the ground all the way up into the air. And then just breathe here in this funny position. Couple more breaths. On the next exhale, slowly let your right hand come down again into the mat. We're going to press ourselves up
into our hands and knees position, into our table position from here. And then just come into a cat stretch as you normally would into cat and cow, really sort of bringing the belly button in towards the spine, releasing the chin down towards the chest, and just breathing into this cat stretch. And then slowly moving from here into a cow pose. So you're opening your chest, bringing your hips forward, lifting the chin, lifting the gaze, drawing the shoulders back. We're going to hold here for a few breaths. We're not holding the breath, however. And then come back to a neutral spine from here slowly. We're going to reach our right arm up overhead as best as we can. And then bring the right fingertips underneath your left arm and stretch the fingertips all the way over to the left so that your right shoulder blade can release down into the floor. We're going to bring our left hand and position it right under the left elbow, and then just reach your left arm up overhead. If you did that on the other side, feel the emphasis or the head shifting more so that it's more in the back of the head, that you're feeling the pressure into the ground. If you did that on the other side, you can also stretch your left leg back and come onto left tippy toes. And then just breathing that left side of the body open. One more deep in breath. And then exhale, slowly release your left arm. Bring the palm into the mat. Press yourself back up. Coming into our tabletop position slowly. And this time we're going to flow through a few rounds of cat and cow. So we're not holding the pose this time, but rather flowing through, making sure the hands are under the shoulders. The knees are under the hips as you do so. And just enjoying this spinal flexion. Just a few more rounds of cat and cow, enjoying the movement in the spine. And then return to your table posture. Bring yourself all the way up onto your knees. Oops, my head just got cut off. So we're just going to come onto our knees from here. And then unfortunately, I'm going to have to find out how to do that so you can see my whole body. But we're going to just bring our hands to the waist on either side, and then just stretch the right foot forward so that you're aligning the left foot right under the knee. And you're gonna actually, what we're gonna do to begin with, we're just gonna keep our hands the way they are, and then draw the belly button in and up, and then move your hip forward and feel a little bit of a pressure or a stretch, especially in the front of your right upper leg. Hopefully, keep your shoulders down and back. Keep moving the hip forward and feel the stretch in your right thigh, hopefully. Keep drawing the shoulders back. Keep your belly button in and up as you bring your hips forward and feel a stretch in your right thigh. And then slowly bring your hip back. Place your right hand onto the right thigh. Lift your left arm up, straight up, so that your arm is close to your left ear. Keep it up. Open your chest from here as best as you can. And then gently guide your arm over to the right, so coming into a side stretch. Draw the arm over to the right as much as you can, at the same time relaxing your right ear towards the right shoulder. Keep your heart center lifted in the side stretch. And then really enjoying that left side being opened and stretched open. Gently guide your torso back to the center. Keep your arm up. We're going to bring our left hand down and have both hands touching into one another in the center of the chest. Take one deep in breath here. Lift your heart. And then we're going to gently twist over to the right side. The right elbow will extend up towards the ceiling. Keep pressing the palms of your hands together. And turn your gaze over your right shoulder towards the top, towards the ceiling. Breathe deeply here. One last in breath. And as you exhale, slowly bring your hands back to the front. Backs of the thumb touch into your heart center. We're going to stretch the right leg all the way out so we're on the heel. And then place our fingertips down alongside the right heel. And as you flex your right foot in towards the body more, take one in breath here and then come sort of into a flat back with your heart center lifted. Draw your belly button and make sure that's aligned over the stretched out knee. And then just release your heart center and your head down over your right leg, over your knee. Just relaxing, chin down towards the chest. And keep flexing that right toe in so you feel a deep stretch in the back of your right thigh, hopefully. Relaxing the shoulders, relaxing the elbows as you deepen into the stretch. One more deep breath. And then bend into your right knee. Bring the foot back in so that you can place both knees down onto the ground. Bring your torso back up, palms facing forward. Relaxing the shoulders down for a moment. Take one deep in breath and out breath here. And then we're going to place our hands onto the hips again, onto the waist, and stretch our left foot forward. Keep that knee bend right under the ankle. And then keeping the hands as they are, we're going to begin again by drawing the belly button in and up and keeping it up as best as you can. You're just going to move your hips forward and then hopefully feel a nice deep stretch in your right thigh in the front. So keep breathing that belly button in and up on the in breath. And then as you exhale, stretch your hips forward, stretch into your right upper leg. Keep your shoulders back and down as you do so. One more in breath and out breath. And relax your hips back. Place your left hand onto your left thigh. We're going to stretch our right arm all the way straight up, close to the right ear. And then when you're ready, gently guide your torso over to the left this time. Keep your heart center lifted as you do so that you're not collapsing the heart center. And then just relaxing your left ear down towards the shoulder, feeling that big expansion through the lungs, through the side body. And gently guiding yourself out of the stretch again. We're going to bring our right arm down. Stretch your left leg all the way out so you're coming onto your left heel, placing the fingertips down either side of the stretched out leg. On an in-breath, lift your chest into a flat back. And then as you exhale, just relax your chest over the stretched out leg. Relax your chin all the way down towards your heart center. Keep that foot that's stretched out flexed in towards the body as you also relax your shoulders down and back of you. One more breath here. And then slowly bending into your left knee, bringing the knee back to meet the right. We're going to come onto our knees with the palms facing forward. And then just guide yourself from here into your final resting pose, into Shavasana. Coming to lie your whole body down onto the mat, the way that we started earlier. Just let your legs be stretched out while at the same time watching the knees. If you need to place something underneath the knees to keep them pain-free, please do that. But just lie in a way that feels comfortable and most relaxed to you. And just let your whole body relax into the mat. Releasing one more time any tension from the eyes and facial muscles, from the neck and the shoulders, the arms and the hands, the front of the torso and the back of the torso, from your belly and your hips, your legs and your feet. And just give your body as much time as you can afford this afternoon to just integrate this whole practice, this whole hour of practice that we have shared together. And I thought today I'm just going to leave it up to you how long you want to stay in Shavasana. It's probably about 1 minute to 1 o'clock. And so I'm just going to stay silent and just let you enjoy Shavasana and this rest of your practice for however long you have, or for however long you feel you want to enjoy this final resting pose.
And then I will see you again next week, hopefully. I'll stay here as long as we're here. Thank you for your beautiful practice, Michael. And I hope to see you next week and hope you have a beautiful afternoon. So thank you.